And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Winestream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick. And tonight, we're going to open... this is going to be a wine from Australia. See, a couple of weeks ago, we opened a wine from Australia. And then last week, we opened a wine from Austria. And tonight, we're back to Australia with another Australian wine. This is a little bit different than the one that we opened before, and I hope it will be every bit as good as I've been told it is. And from a little slight tasting I had a couple weeks ago, but I'll explain that momentarily as we get into the show. In the meantime, welcome to the show. This is Drink with Rick. This is a stream of consciousness kind of show. I have my show notes. They're right here. And I did prepare them before the show, as I always do. I have a list of things we're going to cover tonight. Let me tell you what we're going to cover tonight. Let's see. Hopefully we're going to open, pour, taste, and review the wine. We're going to pair it with some food. I have some food prepared by my lovely wife, Chi, right over here on camera 3. We're going to talk about Shiraz just a little bit, what that is. And we're going to toast some national days, of course. We have some national days to toast. And I've got a video to show you tonight. This is a video about baking cupcakes. This should be interesting. And we're going to have a few dad jokes. We have time to do some dad jokes. Please jump in the chat with your own dad jokes. And you know what? The best dad jokes, or the worst, could win you a copy of a dad joke book. Maybe some other prizes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes with the chat tonight. Also, I want to tell you about my little trip to the wine, not the wine store, but Total Wine, looking for a couple of beers that were recommended last week from, not beers, I'm sorry, they were ciders recommended by a couple of our chatters last week, a couple of our viewers on the show. And yes, I did find them, and we're going to review them on next week's show. So hopefully you'll be here for that. All right, we have a jam-packed show for you tonight, so let's get on with it. You know, if you are joining us for the first time or for the 169th time, is it really? Wow, 169 episodes of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. Yes. How about that? Amazing. Eh? Well, this is a stream of consciousness kind of show. Although I do have my show notes, we don't always follow them verbatim because the show isn't about me. It's somewhat about the wine. This show is really about you and me getting together on a Saturday night with our favorite libations, our favorite snacks, whatever they are, and just getting into the chats and just chatting with each other and having a good time. You direct the show. This is not my show. This is our show. And because this is our show, you get in the chats and we'll talk about various things. You can ask me questions. We can just talk about various things if you want. Oftentimes, this show has steered into various other places. So you never know where the show might wander. Or where my mind might wander during the show. So it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, just remember, we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion on the show. We try to talk about topics that bring people together, and especially in this crazy world. Just everything's just gone insane. Let's try to have a little sanity on a Saturday night and just sit back and just enjoy each other's company. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, or it doesn't matter as long as we're just sitting around having a great time. That's what the show is all about. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we've got tonight to open and review and the foods we have to pair it with. But before I do that, let's get into the chats. And Brew243 is in the chat on Twitch. He says, evening, Rick, and evening right back at you, Brew243. It's great to see you here. Please stick around. We're going to have some fun. And yeah, we're going to show another video, baking video. And yes, I did find a brew or two during the week, and we're going to show that off next week as well. I'm going to have My son Tommy Antio, he's really into ciders, so he's going to come in and he's going to taste the ciders and kind of check them out and review them as well. We're going to do a little cider tasting next week. So I hope you'll join us all for that. All right, so this is where we are. You can join in the chats wherever you are here. Let me tell you where the chats are. You can join in the chats on the Saturday Night Winestream on our Facebook page. The Facebook page is Drink with Rick. If you're not on Facebook or you don't want to be on Facebook, and it's understandable. I've had days like that too. I've had weeks like that. Anyway, you can join on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Drink with Rick. You just type in a search for Drink with Rick. You'll find me there. You'll find the show there. You'll find us all there. And you can join in the chat live. We're also live on Twitch, as Brew is right now on Twitch. The Twitch channel is, you can actually go to twitch.tv/drinkwithrick1, Drink with Rick, and the number 1, all one word, right there on Twitch. On Twitter is at Drink with Rick. Yes, we are streaming live on Twitter at this very moment as we speak. And you can tweet me there. I don't always see the tweets right away. It's a little squirrely. Sorry, Roadkill Bill. Not your time yet. Okay, but Twitter, yes, you can you can watch and you can tweet me on Twitter live, and we're on Odyssey. Odyssey is Drink with Rick 7, and actually the name of this episode is Kilikanoon Shiraz, Kilikanoon-Shiraz. So you can look that up and you should be able to find on Odyssey. Now, the only thing is about Odyssey tonight is for some reason the chat is not coming up. So I'm pretty sure the chat is going up. I'm looking at Odyssey right now. The chat, I'm pretty sure, is there, but I cannot see the chat for some reason or another. I'm unable to see the chat. So if you're chatting with me there, I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with Odyssey. They're always making some kinds of tweaks and stuff, especially with the live streaming. I really don't get it. So, but once again, I'd love to see the chat there, but I can't seem to be able to see it at the moment. But you can watch live, and we have, I believe we have some folks watching on, on Odyssey as well. And of course, the chat is live on YouTube, so you can go there also. And Twitch. We're live on Twitch. And CM Cinder's in the chat. CM Cinder says howdy do, and howdy do right back to you. That was a run. That was intentional, yes. But glad you're here, CM Cinder. And I hope you'll stick around for the video as well. I think you'll enjoy that. Actually, I think you've seen it before, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it nonetheless. Let me get back to Facebook for just a moment. All right, kind of quiet on Facebook. Now, I wanted to tell you also that I'm really dragging this on, aren't I? Usually I get this out in the first couple of minutes. Also, you can watch the show pretty much after the fact, and also on drinkwithrick.com. If you go to drinkwithrick.com, you can watch the show live there. I don't have a chat going there at the moment, but if you click on the post that this live show is going on, you can put in a comment in the comment box, and I will respond in kind. Not right away, but later on when I can. Also, the podcast. The podcast goes out Monday nights Eastern. Monday nights Eastern Daylight Time during the summer, Eastern Time during the winter, whatever that means. And you can listen to it Monday nights, 10 p.m. You can listen and subscribe and follow along with the podcast. You can pick it up on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer Radio, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry.com, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, podcastindex.org, which is pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast. You'll find Drink with Rick. Just do a little search and you'll find it. Also, you can subscribe by email. You don't have to search for anything. You can just go to drinkwithrick.com, click on the subscribe page, click on the little blue subscribe by email button, put your email address in there, and you will get the latest episode of Drink with Rick, the podcast version, as soon as it drops, and no salesman will call. It's just for the podcast, and you can unsubscribe at any time, but please don't. By the way, speaking of subscribing, you can subscribe in all these venues. You can Twitch and YouTube and all these kind of places, and you can ring the bell and like and all that kind of stuff, whatever you want to do. There's no obligation to do that, okay? I'm not sitting here begging you to do that. Please do it if you feel like it, but you don't have to. There's no obligation. And I did, the last couple of weeks, I did have a little bit of a comment on that I was going to relay to you, and why I'm not really stressing that too much, but I get sidetracked and we never get around to it. I'll see if we can do it tonight. If somebody reminds me, we'll just make a little comment about it. My lovely wife Chi is in the chat on Facebook. Chi, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I always do. That's my lovely wife Chi, and she prepared this dish that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Let me show you the wine first. This is what we're drinking. We are drinking the Kilikanoon Killerman's Run Shiraz. This is a 2018 Shiraz. Now what we have to pair it with is on camera 3. My lovely wife Chi has prepared some hamburger, and I understand that the Shiraz goes well with burgers, so we're going to try it out. Also some cheeses. We have a white cheddar, and we have, of course, the Trader Joe's double cream Gouda, and, well, this is a special treat. It's a cookie. My wife was downstairs baking cookies before the show, and she baked some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. So we're going to try that with the wine as well. And she has this lovely decorations here. This is mint from her own little mint garden, and strawberry, and let's see, the grapes. Wow, it's a nice, lovely little spread, and she does a great job. Really in the presentation of it all, doesn't she? I think she does. You know what? I don't give my wife enough credit, but I'm going to give her some tonight. Chi, this is for you. Thank you very, very much for everything that you do. I mean that, yeah, I do. All right, so let me check the chats one more time, and we will get to opening the wine and get to the festivities, such as they are. Yadagami-sama is in the chat on YouTube, and Yadagami-sama says, hello, Rick. How are you doing? And I'm doing just fine tonight. How are you doing, Yadagami? It's great to see you here. I'm glad you're here. And I don't know if you caught the very beginning, but I did find those ciders. You know, one thing I didn't find, I was searching for the ciders, I was also looking for this 2019 Altos Las Hormigas that was also recommended, and I'm searching around. I can't find it anywhere. I'm continuing to search around for it, but I'm looking for that. And let's see who else is watching us. And once again, I can't see every chat here, but I can see most of them. So if I missed you, I will try to get to you presently. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this wine open so we can start the festivities for Saturday night. All right, once again, this is what we're drinking tonight. This is what we're going to open up. It's a Kilikanoon Killerman's Run Shiraz. This is a 2018 Shiraz. And this is the back of the wine. The back of the wine. There's the government warning and all that kind of thing is on here. I'll read this here. It says Kilikanoon Clear Valley Killerman's Run Shiraz 2018. Produced by Kilikanoon Wines, Penna Lane, Penwortham, SA 5453. I'm reading the whole thing here. This is in Australia. This is an Australian wine from Australia. It is a 14.5% ABV, 14.5% alcohol by volume in this 750 milliliter bottle of wine. Now there is a little bit more to this wine. I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to show you this one. It's actually on another. Do I have this one up here? Oh, yes, I do. It's right here. There's actually a third panel here. It's actually part of the label. It's just one label. Well, there are two labels, but the one that wraps around the front. This is part of this one. I'm going to read this. It says, Mr. Killerman lived in a humble tin shed in the hills behind Kilikanoon. He foraged through the Clare Valley for his meals, finding wild rabbit and many other gourmet treats. Mort Mitchell respected this man from the bush, as they both knew the secrets of the rich landscape. This intense yet elegant Shiraz showcases the very terroir of the Clare Valley and the Kilikanoon philosophy to make distinguished wines of quality and consistency year after year. And that's by Kevin Mitchell, winemaker. So, there you go. That's what that is. So this is what we're going to open up tonight. So let's go ahead and get to it. My throat is getting a little dry here. There's another edit for me later. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open this, and we do not need the corkscrew, the mechanical corkscrew that I usually use, because this is a bottle cap. This is a screw cap. Screw cap. Yeah. Haven't had any yet, folks. A sign of things to come. Well, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this cap. Smell the bottle cap. Doesn't smell corked. Doesn't smell capped. All right, and then we have the aerator. Oh, this is kind of a full bottle, so I have to be very, very careful. It's already starting to, I don't know if you can see here, but it's already starting the displacement factor. Let me see if I have get a little tissue here and wipe this bottle a little bit. Yeah, wow, this is a full bottle. So I've got to be very careful popping this in. Ooh, look at that. It went in, but the wine went, this was a full bottle. Wow, literally. Okay, so we've got it in there. Hopefully it'll stay in there. And to hold the grape nectar, I have my trusty Galway genuine Irish crystal glass from Ireland, given to me by my employers at by2wayradios.com. So we're going to pour this. I really need to, I suppose. Look how full that is. That's amazing. I didn't quite expect to be quite that full. All right, let's pour a little bit in here and ease that displacement in the bottle somewhat. There we go. Wow, that's a full bottle right there. How about that? More wine to drink. There you go. Made a little mess here. There we go. All right, so we've got a little wine in the glass. And a little bit of a swirl. And we're going to let it open up a little bit. Of course, I'm placing it on my genuine Drink with Rick coaster. Right there. It's going to go right there. And while it is sitting here, opening up, we're going to give it a couple of minutes to breathe because it just came out of the bottle. And while it's doing that, let's learn a little bit more about this wine. All right, so I checked around the internet to learn something about it, and let me tell you where I got this wine from. I picked this wine up from Winestore, winestore-online.com. That's the wine store that I frequent in Blakeney, North Carolina. I like to go in there, and the people there are great, and Matthew was in there when I went to the store a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, and I picked up that other bottle that we tried. It was the one we tried last week. That was the one in the green bottle. That was the white wine. And as a matter of fact, I think I've got it right here, don't I? I still have the image of it. This was the Brun. This was the Brun. That's what we opened up last week. So this week, I bought this bottle along with it, and I said, well, I guess I'll do that one last week and do this one this week. Well, when I went in there, actually, this was the first bottle that was pulled from the shelf because I went in there and I said, hey, Matthew, it'd been a while since we'd seen each other. And I said, you got any good recommendations? And he said, what do you think of this Shiraz? This is a pretty nice Shiraz. Would you like a taste? So he had one on the machine. I had a little bit of a taste, and I thought, wow, this is a very interesting wine. I would like to try this out and review it on the show. Just a little taste isn't really enough. Really need to get down to the bottle, as I like to say. So I purchased a bottle so I could get down in the bottle tonight and tell you what I really think of this wine. Anyway, it came highly recommended from the folks at Wine Store, and I do value their judgment on choosing wines. So that's what we're doing tonight. I checked around on the internet and I found wine.com has it, and they give it a 91. They gave it 91 points here from some of these tasting notes, and I'm not going to read them because they are they're somebody's tasting notes, personal tasting notes. But they have it for $19.99. $19.99 is where they had it. I went to the Kilikanoon .com.au website, and they have it one review, 5 stars. But you can't always trust the ratings on their on their own, the winemaker's own website. Of course, they're going to recommend the wine, right? It's their website, and they've got some other tasting notes, including some details on the wine here. Alcohol by volume 14.5%. It is a Shiraz, apparently a 100% Shiraz varietal. And this is the interesting note that I wanted to point out, though. It says cellaring potential of at least 12 to 16 years. They're saying that this can you can cellar this, store it for a while, for up to 15 years. It says here. I thought it says 15 or 16. 15. 12 to 15 years, which is quite a long time. I don't see how deep the pit is. It does have a fairly deep pit in the bottle, so it's could be 12 to 15 years. Might have to buy another bottle and try it if I like this one. We'll see. All right, so wine.com had it listed for $19.99. The Kilikanoon website had it listed for $22 a bottle. Then I went around to Wine Searcher. Wine Searcher gave it 3.5 stars out of 5 stars for with 71 reviews, I think. An 88 out of 100 from 85 critic scores. And the average price was $20. Now here's what I found. Spectrum Wine Auctions in California had it for $80 for a case, which is $13.33 a bottle. Wine Bin in California, $15 a bottle. The Wine Connection San Diego in California, $2.39 a case, or $19.92 a bottle. Wooden Cork in California, most of these are in California, for $19.99 a bottle. That seemed to be about the average price, yeah, about $20. Vivino has it listed for $21 a bottle. They give it 3.8 stars out of 1,125 ratings. And this is apparently for the 2018 vintage. I don't know if that's for all of them combined or just the 2018 vintage. But it sounds very promising, so we're going to go ahead and give it a taste. But before we do, let me check the chats one more time. And hope you're having a great night. Yanagami says, you are lucky got an extra full bottle. yeah, I guess I did get. Well, we'll see. We'll see how lucky I got. See, I mean, if this wine is good, then I got lucky, right? If the wine is no good, then I was not so lucky. More to pour down the drain, right? And I have been known. Ask my wife. I have been known to pour a bottle or two of the wines down the drain after a live stream. Much to her chagrin, because she likes to use the wines for cooking, and she goes, "What'd you pour it down the drain for?" I'm like, "I couldn't drink this." She says, "But I can cook with it." And I thought about it, and I thought, she's right. Probably still okay for cooking. Just wouldn't drink it. Let me check around what else is going on here. Twitter has some tweets. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Let's go ahead and taste this wine, shall we? All right. Let me give it a little bit of a whiff. Well, I smell some black fruit in here. Blackberry. It smells kind of peppery and oaky. Peppery and oaky. Let's give it a taste. Wow. Yeah, some blackberry. Wow, this is a very busy wine. This has a lot going on in it. First of all, this is a really full-bodied wine. It's quite full-bodied, and there's some tannins in the wine, medium tannins. It is dry, but it's a little bit, just a hint of sweetness on it, and yeah, it's kind of medium tannins so far on the first taste, but it is oaky and it's leathery. There is it does taste leathery and peppery. It does taste like some pepper in it. Now, there are a couple of other things in here that I really couldn't pick out on the first taste. There's some blackberry in here. I couldn't really pick it on the first taste. I'm gonna have another taste of this wine and just see what we got going on here, because it's a busy little wine. There's a lot going on here. Wait a minute. It's mint. And I don't think it's not coming from your plate, Chi. There's a fair amount of mint that I'm getting on the nose. Interesting. Wow, yeah. A fairly strong taste of mint. That's what I was getting the first time, but I wasn't 100% sure what that was. It's mint. Wow. Peppery and minty, too. Now, the vendor said something about licorice or something on their website. I'm not getting any of that. I mean, maybe it has to open up, but I'm not tasting any licorice in here. But I am getting a lot of mint. There's some blackberry, but it's like if you had some blackberries mixed in with mint. That's kind of what it is. And once again, it is a little on the leather, a little oaky. I don't want to say it's really leathery, but oaky. But there is yeah, fairly strong minty smell and a taste to it. Yeah, a strong mint. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm a little disappointed because I was told that there could be some licorice in it. I wonder what I think they had it mentioned on the website, but I'm not and I love licorice. I'm not tasting any licorice in this. I'm a little disappointed with that. But wow, the mint is strong with this one. Wow, and it is peppery, kind of a peppery, minty, oaky, blackberry kind of mix, you know. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this wine. Wow. Okay, not bad. I'm not 100% sure what to make of this. It's not bad. It's not like some of the Shiraz I've had. Different, but it's really entertaining. Okay, that's a very interesting wine. All right, well, we're going to have some more of this, of course. I'm going to pour a little bit more. Yeah, this wine does have a very dark complexion to it. It's very bold looking. It is kind of a bold tasting wine, but this wine looks very full bodied. So we're going to let it open up just a little bit more, and then we'll do the tasting on it. Let me get back to the chats for just a moment, and kind of quiet in the chats. Really, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. All right, chats are kind of quiet. So let's go ahead and do the pairing. I'm going to pair it with the foods. This is what we have tonight to pair it with, prepared by my lovely wife, Chi. Now, this should probably be okay with the burger. The burger's a little cold now, I think, but prepared by my lovely wife, Chi. We're going to go ahead and try it with the burger. It's a good burger, by the way. Very good. 100% beef. This is like an Angus beef burger, Chi. Marbling Angus. It's good. Wow. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that my wife grilled this one. Pan grilled it. I'm pretty sure she did because she made this one just for the show. But it really brings out a smoky flavor, and I think part of that has to do with the oakiness in the wine, and maybe the mint might have something to do with it as well. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good pairing. I like that. It goes pretty well with the burger. I think it would go pretty well with a whole big burger. You know, like I don't know, what have we got here? I've got another photo of a burger here. Where is it? Where's my burger? Ah, here it is. There's my burger. A famous, more infamous burger. Yeah. I loved that burger. It was a good burger, too. That burger's like 2.5 years old now, or 3 years old. Where's my flux capacitor? I'm not going back in time and eating that one over again. That was a good burger. Anyway, so let me go ahead and clear the palate. And let's get to the cheeses. Back to camera 3, the cheese. All right, we're going to try it with the white cheddar. Now, I don't know. Probably it'll be okay with this. I don't know. Let's see. White cheddar, which is actually good, by the way. And this wine. The cheddar is good. Nice and creamy, too. Works with the cheddar, but I would have to say that it kind of makes the cheddar a little on the tart side. Let me clear the palate one more time. Let's try it with the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda. That is the test, right? Back to camera 3. Let's try it with the Double Cream Gouda from Trader Joe's. Let's try it. The Gouda is good. Or Gouda, as you like to say. It depends on where you're from. Gouda, Gouda. It's all Gouda. Not bad. Not bad. Interesting that the mint flavor, which is really prominent in this wine. What camera am I on? I'm on this one. Yeah, interesting mixture with that cheese, but it's good. It goes okay with the Gouda. It's fine with that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll try it with the cookie at the end of the show, if I can remember to do that. However, in the meantime, we have some show to do. So let's get to it, because this is already, we've already gone pretty far into the show, haven't we? Let's get back to the chats for just a moment and see what's going on Twitch. And CM Cinder's waving at me, right back at you with one of her emojis. And Yadagami says, I don't know, I'm not convinced. All right. What else about the chats are going on here? I'm sorry, folks. On Odyssey, I really can't see the chat going on for some reason. We have folks watching us there. I just can't see the chat at the moment, and then I apologize for that. Maybe I can get that working here before the end of the show. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that's coming to be. Usually, I got the chat right there and next to the video. I'm not getting that tonight. I don't know. Is that happening for you or those watching on Odyssey? Maybe that's just global for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, on with the show. Okay, so what have we got going on here? Oh yes, Shiraz. Let me tell you something about the Shiraz. And you know, this is an Australian wine, and it's a Shiraz. But some people would say, well, what is a Shiraz, and what's the difference between? I mean, what's the difference between a Shiraz and a Syrah? Because in France, you would see the same basic wines as a Syrah. And the truth is, I've got the truth right up here. The truth is that a Shiraz is a Syrah, and a Syrah is a Shiraz. They're both one and the same. Shiraz and Syrah, the same thing. It's the same grape. It's all the same grape. It just, well, here's the main difference between, I mean, there are a couple of differences between what makes it a Shiraz and what makes it a Syrah, but the main difference between them is where this grape is grown, where it's coming from. A Shiraz, that's what the Australians call it. They call the grape Shiraz. Now, this is also interesting because when I was in wine store, I was calling it Shiraz, and Matthew was calling it a Shiraz. And he kept calling it Shiraz, and I was calling it Shiraz. And I'm thinking, well, am I saying this wrong? Is it Shiraz or Shiraz? I looked around, and it just kind of depends on where you come from. There doesn't seem to be an incorrect way of saying it. Some folks will call it a Shiraz. Some folks will call it a Shiraz, and it just kind of depends on where you're from. But either way, it's same spelling, same thing. But in any case, a Shiraz is what they call it in Australia. Syrah is what they call it in France. So Shiraz and Syrah, if you see the two wines next to each other in the store or the supermarket or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the same grape. It's the same grape. It's just, it's called a Shiraz in Australia and a Syrah in France. There really is no incorrect way to spell it or say it, you know, in that respect. So I understand the story has to do with, there's a story behind it, why it's a Shiraz in Australia and a Syrah in France. As I understand it, it really has more to do with how the wine, you know, the type of wine that's produced, because the grapes in one region or in one place in France, it might be in a little colder climate or temperate climate. In Australia, it might be in a warmer or hotter climate. So even though it's the same grape, the wines that are produced in each one of those regions are going to taste a little different, or in some cases, a lot different. Like in this case here, I wasn't expecting to taste any mint in this wine, but it's there, and it's fairly prominent in this wine. So a lot of it has to do with where the grapes are grown and what the result is, you know, as far as the climate is concerned, what kind of wine is produced as a result of that particular grape. But other than that, it's the same thing. Shiraz, Syrah. Syrah, Shiraz. You know. K. Shiraz, Syrah. I had to do it. Come on. I know it's bad. I had to do it. Yeah. Well, anyway. So, CM Center's still waving at me there. If she's still there. Everybody's quiet. So let's get to the next item on the list. I tell you what, this is what we have next on the list. This is what I have on my agenda for tonight. If there are no objections, I think it's time to toast some national days. What do you think? Everyone raise a glass. I don't know. What are you drinking tonight? Let me check everywhere else here. Okay, Yatagami, what are you drinking tonight? Drinking anything special? And Brew, what are you drinking? CM Center, I'm not sure what you're drinking, if you're drinking anything. But if you want to, let's all raise our glasses. Chi, of course. Let's all raise our glasses and let's toast the national days. Now, according to nationaldaycalendar.com, that's nationaldaycalendar.com, that's where I get the national days from. That is Marlo Anderson's site. He is the CEO of nationaldaycalendar.com. Let me get there we go. There's the background for that. August 13th, that's today. August 13th, 2022, that's today for another 1 hour and 51 minutes or thereabouts. It is, August 13th is National Left-Handers Day. Yes, did you know that left-handed people have their own day? National Left-Handers Day. I'm right-handed, by the way. But I will drink to that with my left hand. It's minty and peppery. Wow. Today is also, Chi, are you listening? We missed this. Today is also National Filet Mignon Day. Yes, today is Filet Mignon Day. Anybody have filet mignon for dinner? Can anybody afford filet mignon for dinner in this climate? We didn't have filet mignon. It's just not in the budget these days, you know what I mean? For filet mignon. Anyway, I love filet mignon. Here is to Filet Mignon Day, National Filet Mignon Day. I will drink to that. Hopefully we'll all be able to afford that again someday. It's also National Prosecco Day. I don't have any Prosecco, didn't open any Prosecco, but if you like Prosecco, I'm not really big on Prosecco, to be honest. Here's a National Prosecco Day. I'll drink to that. Okay, today is also National Bowling Day. And the second Saturday in August is National Bowling Day. You like bowling? Have any bowling stories? I have some bowling stories. I'm not going to relay them all here. I'm not a great bowler. I haven't done it in years, but I remember going bowling years and years ago, a number of times, and every time I went bowling, the way it worked was this. I would get lucky. I'd get a lucky strike. I'm not talking about the smokes. I would get a lucky strike, maybe one or two, strikes in the very beginning, and then after that it just went downhill from there. I mean, down the lane from there, gutter balls and stuff like that. I just get lucky the first couple of times, and then a lot of it were gutter balls and near gutter balls. So I'm not the world's greatest bowler. Here's to National Bowling Day. It's also, today is National Garage Sale Day. The second Saturday in August is National Garage Sale Day. We did not have a garage sale today. We had done garage sales before. I'll be honest, I'm not crazy about having them. I do like to go to garage sales. We do go to garage sales. We haven't been to one in a long time, but we occasionally, my wife likes to go to them whenever there's a sign out. I didn't see any signs out in the last couple of days of any impending ones in our neighborhood, or around thereabouts. But I like going to garage sales. They're always fun to kind of rummage around in. And estate sales. My wife loves to go to estate sales, and she and our neighbor will also. Well, they're often at times they'll go on the weekends or near the weekends and drive out together and go to certain sales out there, the estate sales, and see what's there. She picked up my wife picked up a couple of things recently at an estate sale. Pretty interesting items. But here's the National Garage Sale Day. I'll drink to that. I found some pretty good deals in garage sales. All right, so August 14th, which is tomorrow, but it will be today in about an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 6 minutes. National Code Talkers Day. You know who the Code Talkers are, right? National Code Talkers, the Navajo Code Talkers in particular. So they have their own day on August 14th. And now I'm going to read this from nationallycalendar.com. Each year on August 14th, the National Navajo Code Talkers Day honors the contributions of the Native Americans who brought their unique abilities to the World War II effort. That day also highlights their impact on U.S. code and the Native American language that made it possible. The Code Talkers, they've done, haven't they done a movie about that before? I know they've done some documentaries on that in the past, where they had to come up with some codes because during World War II, the Germans were breaking a lot of the codes. So they chose the Navajo language and had the Navajo tribe, certain members of the Navajo tribe that knew the language very well to do the code. That was the code. It was the Navajo language because the Germans could not, they really had never heard that language before, and they weren't really familiar with it, so they were able to send secret messages back and forth on the front lines and everywhere with this code, which was basically in the Navajo language, and that really helped us in World War II. So I'll drink to that. Here's the National Navajo Code Talkers Day. See, you'll learn something on the Saturday Night Winestream. How about that? We all learned something. It's also National Spirit of 45 Day tomorrow, August 14th. And that's the can-do attitude of during World War II that everybody kind of banded together and, did their part for the war effort. National Spirit of 45 Day. Drink to that. All right. I guess it does it kind of for the national days. Once again, this is what we're drinking. We're drinking the Kilikanoon Killerman's Run Shiraz, 2018 Shiraz. And this is actually so far a pretty decent wine. Kind of bold, not too bold for my taste, but kind of a bold wine, but it's really fascinating wine. A lot of mint. I'm still getting a lot of mint in this wine. Some blueberry, kind of oaky, a little just a hint of leather, but wow, the mint. That kind of threw me. I was expecting licorice. I'm still not getting any licorice in this wine that I can tell. But the mint, that there's a lot of mint in there. Very interesting wine. So, that's I'm kind of liking this wine. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, what else we have here? Oh yeah, I'm going to show you a video tonight. Everyone's ready for that. Chi, you ready for that? I think you've seen this video before. Yatagami says, a friend recommended me Jim Beam bourbon, but it is very strong. Jim Beam's a good bourbon. Yeah, I've had Jim Beam. He recommended you a Jim Beam bourbon, but it is very strong. Well, yeah, it can be. It can be. So that's what you're drinking tonight, Yatagami? Well, then here's to you and Jim Beam. And let's see, Murdoch. Murdoch64 is in the chat. Murdoch says, good evening. Welcome to the show, Murdoch. Welcome to the chat as well, Murdoch64. Tell me what you're drinking, or tell me what you're not drinking, or what you would like to be drinking, or what you would like to see me drinking. And if I can afford a bottle of it, I'll see if I can find it and drink it too. As I did, just as another reminder, for Yatagami and Brew, that I did find, I think one of the, I couldn't remember who recommended what, but last week, one of the recommendations was a guava cider, and the other recommendation was a pineapple cider, and particularly the Ace pineapple cider, I believe. Is that right? Is that correct? Anyway, those are my shows notes for last week. I did go to Total Wine, and I found both. And both of them were by Ace. I found the guava cider, and I found the pineapple cider. I wanted to open them up tonight and do a review on them tonight. That didn't really work out tonight, but next week I have scheduled, if all goes well, I have scheduled for my son Tom Antio, who loves cider. That's his thing. He really is into cider. I'm going to have him here with me for a little while, and we're going to open up those two ciders, and we'll let him do a review. See what he thinks of the ciders. So how about that? So I hope you'll join me for that next week, next Saturday night on the Saturday Night Winestream. Anyway, Murdoch, it's great that you're here, and it's fortuitous that you're here right now because we are about to show a short video made by Tom, my son Tom Antio, and his friend Nick. And this is a cupcake baking. It's kind of a humorous video. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek. My son has kind of a snarky sense of humor, you know? And he uses it on his day job, too. Now, both of us, he just recently graduated from Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina. And he applied for and got a job working at By Two Way Radios, where I work. He is the social media manager now for By Two Way Radios. He's been doing a great job, been doing a lot of the videos and things like that. By the way, here's to Tommy. There's a congratulations to Tommy. And congratulations, Tommy, on your job. Anyway, so when he was younger, and of course he has his own channel. He has the Cube Command, CubeCommand.com. He does his own podcast that he's done for a number of years. He's a long-time podcaster like me. He's been podcasting for about 12 years now. And I think so. What, 12 years. Over 12 years. Anyway, he and his friend Nick, who do the podcast for the Cube Command podcast, they do some videos as well. They did a video some time back where they were doing a series of baking videos, and they did one for baking cupcakes. So I'm going to show this now. This is Tom and Nick bake some cupcakes.
Yeah, let's get a spin on that. Okay, so we're gonna be making some cupcakes, some Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pisses.
You already know.
Reese's Pisses cupcakes. Okay, and we have a mixer. Where's the bowl?
Bowl's right here.
Oh, thank you.
Relax.
Is that butter?
Butter. I mean,
A knife?
yeah, I need a knife. Or you can just rip it with a band.
Watching.
Ooh.
Here, use this one. This one's the best one for butter.
What is that? What are you doing?
Why is there already a stick of butter in here? How many do we need?
1.5.
1.5?
1.5.
So greasy.
He is really grinding butter.
Wow, this works.
Oh
Surprise.
my gosh. Oh, Tommy here. Get nasty.
It's like stuck on the sides.
He used some scissors to cut some butter. This is so unsanitary.
didn't see nothing. Look at that. We're already the first step there. It only took us 5 minutes.
All right.
Let me tell you, this is how you beat some butter. Oh, I forgot to plug it in.
I thought it fell out.
Take 2. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. So we finally got the butter in. Next step, we are adding 1.5 cups of sugar. So we're gonna need
That is not a half.
That is half.
You don't even fill them up.
What
Look
is
at
that?
that. Look at that edge.
You know what?
You're gonna unsweetened cupcakes? Okay, there you go. There you go. That's clean. I would eat this. Ew, it's all chunky.
You dare me?
Do you want to?
Kind of do. My hands are clean.
Yeah, nice job having a watch while you're baking.
Ew.
His face. Yeah, it wasn't worth it, was it?
There's so much butter.
Looks like you learned something new today.
Now, who's better cracking eggs, you or me?
I would say me.
You will do it?
I'm the
Alright,
experienced egg cracker.
Eggs right here, right here.
Bada
Ooh.
bing, bada bang.
Ooh.
Bada ooh.
What? What'd you do? Wow.
Alright, take 2. Bada bing. Then I'll extract.
Oh, it smells like... That does not smell like...
2 teaspoons. Ew, looks like medicine too.
Ew.
Baking powder. 1. 2.
Salt. I'm open. I'm open. Touch that. We are looking at 1/4 a teaspoon of salt. Now you gotta be easy with this. Flour.
This is
Not
flour.
that flour.
Flour.
Not that flour. That
Coming
flour.
right up.
No.
1/4 cups milk.
So the whole thing, alright.
Come on, dude.
Just get the milk in, Sean.
Go quick, come on.
Oh my god.
Where's that spoon? Oh, I need a spoon.
You look like a spoon.
Thank you. Wait a second. Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
It means I have a really skinny body and a huge head. Alright, we're gonna do this old school just for the heck of it.
It looks like a drumstick.
Oh man, how would you like your drumsticks, sir?
Uh-oh.
With or without the metal?
I got
You see, old Nellie's at work here, right here. Got old Nellie working real hard. She's risking it. I don't know what
Alright, so next step, we are done mixing everything, so now we actually just pour them into spiral pins. Whoa! That looks good.
Yep. Wait, I saw some chunks in there.
It's your imagination.
I have no imagination.
Jeez.
Okay.
It's like old people food.
What kind of old people are you watching? I need something curved. Like a spoon. Yeah, da 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 da. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dang. Who are you feeding?
Myself. Me, myself, and I.
That's romantic.
Thank you.
Why is it all soupy?
What do you mean why is it all soupy? You put so much canola oil in there. Yeah, what do you mean it's so soupy? Look at this. This thing is so... Look how much olive oil you put. Can we go on record saying that was not me that put all the olive oil in there? That was him? Man, this thing is sticking. I need something like a spatula. Yeah, da 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 da.
Oh.
Oh.
That's unexpected. You know what's next?
Oh,
You know what's next, Tommy?
What?
You know what's next? I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready.
Ooh.
Da, 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 da.
You can put more power.
Reese's.
And now for the crowning moment, the part we've all been waiting for.
Oh, this one starts together. Nice. Who's gonna get the good one? Ooh. Are you ready?
Skills. All right.
Here they go.
Here they go.
Alright. And we're just gonna set it for 25 minutes.
All right. Most important part is cleaning up all this.
Yeah.
Hey, Cosmo, you want to bake? You want to bake?
I mean, I don't have to touch the tray. Just put these right in front.
He wants to bake. They're doing pretty good. This one right here is perfect because he swirled it. He decided not to do that for the rest of these. That's why this one in particular looks. This one in particular looks really, really pathetic.
Let's see. Oh, it's not recording. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was gonna say. Yeah, da da da. There we go.
Them boys hot.
Them hot. That's why I got these little mittens.
Feeling out, Miss Krabs.
Ooh. I am feeling this, Mr. Krabs. Let me tell you. Scrumptious. Let's do a little poke test. Okay, we got all that chocolate in there.
Ooh,
chocolate
that's
is
good.
melted.
That's a perfectly. Ooh, that was so shit.
Yeah, no, it's kind of busted in the top, but everything else about it's pretty good.
It's what's on the inside that matters, Tommy. It's not about the outside. It's what's inside. I really just want to eat one right now.
Don't we all?
I'm just gonna take one. Just gonna take.
Don't take one.
Just gonna take that.
Don't take one.
It's like,
Nick, I will put this icing in your head.
Leave it.
Alright, and I think we're good. Look at that. Look at that. It just keeps getting better the farther down the line you go.
It's edible.
Well, that's good.
It was really good. Why would you do that?
Whoops.
He just dropped a napkin all over you. You listen here.
So, you think that's okay?
We didn't just bake this for like half an hour just for you to mess it up.
Did these have the Reese's pieces in the middle? Or just
Yeah, they got some inside and on the top. You can see we really took some artistic design.
Come on,
when,
take a bigger bite.
I have a small mouth.
we took some artistic design with the icing.
You have very artistic design.
Only the finest jokes here at Q
Where do I
Command.
put these?
Whoa. There we go. Thank you for watching our tutorial video on how to make cupcakes. We definitely didn't do this the first time.
did.
We're very experienced. Okay.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I do give it a 10 out of 10, surprisingly, after we could. I didn't think,
10 out of 10? That low?
10 out of 10. What are you
11 out of 10.
What?
12 out of 10. 13, 20, 30.
50.
The sky's the limit, you know? You just keep going up.
I mean, is it really a limit?
No, there is no limit. Not when our baking skills are this good.
Had my mic off. All right, and that was Tom and Nick bake some cupcakes. There you go. A true classic. You should start their own baking channel. All right, you remember that one, Chi? They made a real mess out of your kitchen, didn't they? All right, so next week, yeah, I'm working on another on another Super 8 film. Maybe I can show that next week. Hopefully we'll have that ready in time. I'm not 100% sure. Might be the week after. Might be the last Saturday in August that I do that one. Depends on how far I get with it during the next couple of weeks. Next week or so, I guess. All right, so anyway, once again, this is what we're drinking tonight. Kilikanoon. Killerman's Run Shiraz, a 2018 Shiraz, 24, not 24, 14.5%, better not be 24, 14.5% alcohol by volume. Kind of feels like 24. Anyway, so I can tell us a few dad jokes here. There is one thing, now that I remember. Okay, so I was going to, I don't remember now. 14.5% alcohol by volume. I haven't gotten through half this bottle, to be honest. All right, there was something I was going to relay, I was going to talk about, and I don't remember what it was now. See, there's my stream of consciousness going just totally off the rails here. All right, let me tell a few dad jokes. That's always. She says, did they just throw, I can't read the thing here. Oh, did they just throw away my baking stuff? No, it was an effect. You'll have to ask them about that. That was their video, not mine. That was a special effect. No, they didn't throw out your baking stuff. Well, I think they threw out a pan, but I think it was one. I don't think there was anything important. None of your important baking stuff. You'll have to take that up with Tom and Nick. You'll have to take that up with them. All right, let's tell a few dad jokes. So this is what we're reading from 365 Truly Terrible Wisecracks, a daily dose of dad jokes. You've been warned. This is, I'm on this camera, aren't I? Yeah, all right. This is by Taylor Kelmus and Peter L. Harmon. Oh, maybe that wine is starting to kick in. I don't know. All right, so let's go to August. Everybody ready for some dad jokes? All right, let's see. August, what's today? August 13th. Let's start from August 13th. There you go. I've read this one before. These dad jokes are all over the place. They can't be copyrighted in this book because these are all common jokes. They're all over the internet. The internets. All right, this is August 13th. What do you call a guy with a rubber toe? Roberto. Yep. August 14th. Why do bears have hairy coats? For protection. Yeah, I'll give that one a rip shot. August 15th. What word starts with E, ends with E, and only has one letter in it? Envelope. Yep. August 16th. The other day I was making a sandwich and had just sliced a tomato in half when my daughter walked in and said, "No, what are you doing? I wanted whole tomatoes." "Don't worry," I said. "We have tomato paste." That's awful. That one is really awful. August 17th. Do you know how heavy the sun is? Me neither, but it seems pretty light. Ooh. That is a bad joke. Okay. August 18th. I just found out I'm colorblind. The diagnosis came out of the purple. Okay, so let me just get, you know, instead of out of the blue, out of the purple. Yeah, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Did I have to explain that one? Really? August 19th. My friend told me he's quitting his job to become a mime. I haven't heard from him since. Okay, that one gets some applause. I like that one. That's a good one. Let me skip that one. That's too long. August 21st. What rock group has 4 guys who don't sing? Mount Rushmore. That was truly terrible. And August 22nd. I haven't bought a burial plot yet. Honestly, it's the last thing I need. Yep. I'll read one more. August 23rd. My brother used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but thankfully he got treatment and turned himself around. August 24th. This is the last one for sure. Have you seen my box of vintage candy canes? They're in mint condition. Okay, I think that'll do it. All right. Anyone else have any dad jokes they want to pass into the chat? If not, you know, you can always send them to me. Send them to, you know, right, that's the wrong one. Send them to me. Rick at SavoyaMedia.com. Rick at SavoyaMedia.com. Send me your best, your worst dad jokes, any in between. If I read them on the show, you could win one of these dad joke books or a reasonable facsimile thereof, courtesy of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. Oh, by the way, there's one other thing since I've got it on my mind. You know, these great, famous, and sought after, much sought after Drink with Rick coasters are available. You can get these by the pair for free, and I can tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it right now, as a matter of fact. I've been sending them out. I sent out some on Friday, as a matter of fact. And here's your chance to do that. And I'm going to show you how to do it right now. If I can pull up the on camera 3 here. There we go. You can get a pair of these Drink with Rick coasters by doing, for free, by the way. All you have to do is send your self-addressed stamped envelope. Now, this is how you do it. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope. Limit 2 per person. In the continental U.S., you have to be in the continental U.S. because I can't pay extra postage for this. What you do is you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the following address: Savoya Media Coaster Offer, 6420 Ray Road, that's REA Road, Suite A1, number 209, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28277. Once again, I'll read it again. Savoya Media Coaster Offer, 6420 Ray, REA Road, Suite A1, number 209, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28277. Now, if you do that, if you put you send me, you know, another envelope, just wrap up a self-addressed stamped envelope, you know, addressed to you, and you put it inside another envelope addressed to me at the Savoya Media Coaster Offer, then when I receive it, I will send you a pair of these Drink with Rick coasters, absolutely free, for the coasters themselves. I mean, all you're paying for are the stamps to send me the envelopes, but once you do that, then I will send you the coasters free. Limit 2 per person, continental U.S. only. Okay, and this is while supply lasts. I did get a bunch of these in, so I've got plenty right now. I am sending them out. So, and I have been sending them out. As a matter of fact, we've had folks sending in their self-addressed stamped envelopes and been sending them right out. So I still have some, and I made sure that I ordered plenty for this time around. So we have some. As long as they last, while supplies last. I don't have an infinite supply of these. So you want to send yours in to get them soon. But if you do that, I will send you, as long as I have them, I will send you those Drink With Her coasters for free. And that's what we got going on there. All right, so I think that pretty much wraps it up for the show tonight, right? I got most of what I wanted to do tonight. Yeah, there was, what was the other item that I said that I was going to mention before? I can't even remember what it was still. How about that? Let me see if I've got it in my show notes somewhere. No, I don't. I should have written it down. I should have. How about that? That's what I get for not writing it down. Let me think of if I can think of what it was. What was it? Anybody remind me? Anybody knows? Right offhand? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there is one other thing I want to do. I wanted to read some comments that I had someone, this was a while back, and I kept forgetting to read these. Let me see if I've got these up here. I think I do. Do I? Yes, from Denise. Not my cousin Denise, another Denise. She was watching a number of the episodes. I guess she was binge watching some of the Drink with Rick episodes in the past. She made several comments where she said she liked the blue painted background, maybe add a tiered shelf system to show off your wines, and she likes the blue background there. And then once again, there's a reason for the blue background, as most of you who have been watching the show for any particular time. By the way, here's to Denise. Thank you, Denise, for your comments. I really appreciate it. Okay. That's what the blue background's for. Besides to look nice. It does look nice, doesn't it? I did not want to do a green screen because I thought the green just clashed too much with everything else going on here. I was trying to keep this tasteful. I wanted the set, when I built the set, I wanted it to look tasteful, not tacky. And I thought that a green screen, a typical green screen, would just look too tacky. That's why I didn't do it. So I want a blue screen. You can do a blue screen as well as green screen, and I like the color blue, and it's a nice. Here's the other reason. Yeah, there are multiple reasons for this. Blue is a nice calming color, and one of the themes of this show is to bring people together and to form some camaraderie. Make new friends with each other, meet with old friends, make new friends, and just everyone just get along, right? So the blue being a calming color is something that I think fits the decor of the show and fits the overall theme. Okay, so that's why it's blue. Denise also says, I love your wife before I even meet her, because I was talking about my lovely wife, Chi, and I said so many nice things about her, and she was impressed with that, apparently. Denise also says, I'm drinking Chateau Le Bon Aiguë Bordeaux 2018. Now, see, there's something I've got to try. I want to see if I can find that. But Denise, once again, thank you for your kind words, and thank you for your comments. Once again, here's to you, Denise. Thank you, and keep on watching. And also send me that self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll send you a couple free Drink with Rick coasters. All right. I think, well, what am I doing? I think it'll wrap it up for the show tonight. You know, it's amazing how 90 minutes goes by really, really fast. It just, at least for me, it does. If everyone else is still here. But it does. And before you know it, it's already time to go. And wow, I can't go long on the show tonight. I've already gone long. But before we go, what was it that I was going to mention? I forgot. It's weird. I just completely forgot what it was that I was going to talk about. It was something about a conversation that I had with somebody about something. It's starting to come back to me just a little bit. What was it? Give me a second to think about this. As time goes by. What was it that we were talking about? We're talking about something. I don't remember now. Anybody can remind me? I can't rewind the show to go back to the beginning. I know I mentioned at the very beginning of the show, and I can't remember. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Anyway, well, I'm getting pretty bad at this, aren't I? This whole memory thing is the more I drink to forget. The more I drink, the more I forget. No, that's true. That's not true. All right. Anyway, I think it's time to go. I'm obviously hesitating. I'm hesitating to close the show because I really want to remember what it was. This is going to bug me. Ever bug you? You're trying to remember something, like somebody will mention a TV show with some actor in it or something, or some experience that you had, and you're trying to remember, but you can't really exactly remember a name of some celebrity or something. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't think of it. And then you go, well, I'll think of it at some point. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, after you're done with the conversation and the person you were talking to is no longer around, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're half asleep, and you bolt upright in bed, and you go, aha, that's what it was. That was the name of that person. That was the... Yeah. Does that ever happen to you? It happens to me a lot. More and more as I get older, by the way. Oh, darn, what was it I was trying to remember? I have to start writing this stuff down. All right, so I guess that does it for tonight, since I can't remember. And I'll remember as soon as I hit the stop recording button, as soon as I stop down the show, I'm going to remember exactly what it was. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Anyway, that's it for the show tonight. Unless anyone else has anything. Got anything in the chat? I do want to thank everyone for joining me here in the chat tonight. I want to thank my lovely wife, Chi, and everyone else who is watching but didn't chime in. I know there are folks watching that just were not in the chat but were watching the chat on Facebook and also on YouTube. And Yadagami-sama, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad you're hanging out with me tonight. Also on Twitch, everyone who joined me on Twitch. Brew243, thank you for being here, and CM Cinder, and Murdoch, thank you for being here, for joining me in the chat, and everyone else who is joining me in the chat tonight. Also on Odyssey, once again, I apologize, I can't see the chat, but I know there are folks watching on the chat, watching now, and thank you for watching the show tonight. And on Twitter, I can't see the tweet. As a matter of fact, I can't see the tweets either. I know there are tweets coming up here, but I can't see the notifications of the tweets at the moment. I've got to work on fixing this stuff so I can see what's going on here, because your input on the show is very, very important to me. It really is. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. It means so much to me. It really does mean a lot to me, being here, doing this every week. And this is why I do it. I live for this. I mean, I go through the week and then I look forward to each Saturday night just so I could be here and spend some time with you. Really, I do. I really enjoy this. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be doing this at all. So you know that this is something, I don't make any money at it. This is the most expensive show I've ever produced, this series, Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. And I don't make any money at it. I mean, you can buy me a coffee. You can go to the website and buy me coffee or 2 or 3 or 5. And of course, the funds go back into buying the stuff that we give away on the show. But I don't make any money doing this. I don't really have any sponsors per se. I do promote certain things like this radio, this weather radio, because I work for by Two-Way Radios. For full disclosure, I am the product manager for the company, but it's not like I'm pitching the product because I'm going to make some money on the show, because I don't. We have the wine show. As a matter of fact, if you get a weather radio, use the promo code WINESHOW, WINESHOW, Wine Show, at checkout at buytwowayradios.com. You can save 5% off this radio and on your entire order if you're into radios. But I'm not doing it to pitch the radios. I'm doing it because I'm really big on weather, and I'm big on weather protection and being prepared. And I tell you first, before I say go to Buy Two-Way Radios and buy a radio, I tell you go to ready.gov, which is a government website, and look up preparedness. Get yourself a preparedness kit. Get yourself an emergency preparedness kit together. Radios is just one item on the list, but it's an important one. But there are other items on the list. You go to ready.gov, get the list of things you need to be prepared for an emergency, and do that. I tell you to go there first. Then I say, hey, you can get your radios at buytwowayradios.com. Save 5% using the promo code WINESHOW. And you have some protection there. They're not paying me. Buy Two-Way Radios is not paying me to do this. I'm just doing it more as a public service, and because I am into radios and I like the weather radios. We use them here. We use this one. This is an ER. This is a Midland ER310. Amazing little radio. Really cool. Comes in handy. It's come in handy for us in numerous times, especially when the power went out. Whenever it goes out, we use them. So, and it's solar power too. So, and as a matter of fact, I was out this afternoon in the backyard. I was powering. I noticed the battery was a little on the low side, and I set it outside all day, and it charged up the battery. Pretty cool. We took it with us last week, just to use it for playing the radio with when we were having a little party out at Cane Creek Park, and that came in handy for that. So that we use it. We use it. It doesn't sit around. So anyway, like I said, that I'm not making money doing these things. I'm just doing this because I'm sharing my interests with you, and sharing an opportunity with you for you to be able to take advantage of some of these things. And no, they're not paying me to do this. They're not. They're paying me to do my day job. That's it. Okay. And this is not part of my day job. It's just something I do for fun. Anyway, here we are. And this labor of love that I've been doing for 4 years, I enjoy it because I enjoy being with you. And I really hope you enjoy being with me as well. And I really do appreciate your time with me. And I know your time is valuable. So it's time to close up the show. We'll do that. But before we go, I have one more thing. Yes, I have to bring him out. And I'm going to bring him out now. It is none other than Roadkill Bill. A little squirrely tonight, Bill, huh? There you go. There's Roadkill Bill, everyone. Roadkill Bill. And Bill, he has a message for you. He is the official mascot of, he used to be a dog toy. But he's been promoted to official mascot of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. Right, Bill? Yeah, he's promoted to official mascot on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. And with good reason. Because Bill has a message. And his message is, do not drink and drive. And this is a serious message. Yeah, he looks scraggly, he looks kind of funny, but he has a serious message. Do not drink and drive. Drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, your dwelling, whatever it is. If you have to go somewhere, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a cab, call a friend. But it's really best to just stay put. You want to think of others as well as yourself. If not for yourself, do it for those around you. For the safety and security of those around you. Do not drink and drive, because it is dangerous. And buzz driving is drunk driving, as they say. Do not text and drive either, because that's also dangerous. Because I want you to have a really great week. But most of all, I want you to have a safe week. So you can join me here again next week on the Saturday Night Winestream. And we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.